Kerrie, this is a Monday lunchtime. Thank you for giving us a couple of minutes, but it seems really busy.
It always is on a Monday. Well, every day actually it is, but yeah, especially on a Monday.
So why is Monday? Take us through why it's busy and what's going on.
Quite often people have they've not been able to access shower facilities over the weekend, so they'll come in on a Monday. We'll have new clients in on a Monday as well because they might have fallen out over the weekend with whoever they're staying with.
Just to get us clear, the whole. I'll start from the beginning. Some of us are still the idea that somebody homeless is somebody almost like a 19th century concept, or somebody like a vagrant working on the street, or living on the street. But your world is not about that, though, is it?
No. Homelessness is all. It's a variety of things. We get a lot of sofa surfers. There's hundreds of sofa surfers who don't have their own property, don't have their own home, but they are staying with friends, different family members, just to see them over. But eventually those people do run out of options, and that's when unfortunately they do become rough sleepers. Or we do have our rough sleepers as well who, through various different reasons, find themselves sleeping on the streets.
How many rough sleepers have we got in Harlow?
At the moment the figure is just reduced down to 16, but it's been above 20 for about over a year.
And what has it been at its worst?
31.
Right. That's 31 too many though, isn't it?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
And are these people from Harlow? Have they come in or?
Most are from Harlow, yeah. The majority are from Harlow. But we do have some from outside of Harlow. But at Streets2Homes, what we do is we try to reconnect people back to where they have an established link as well, because that's better for them with their family and friends and areas that they know.
So somebody came in at the weekend saying, listen, I've used up my goodwill on the sofa, what can you do for me? What can you do for them?
We make sure that that they've got their benefits in place or that they're working, and then we can offer deposit guarantees to help them into the private rented sector, into a room in a shared home.
And things like, I don't know how political we can get here, but as you've appeared on Sky News this morning, I'll try. Things like universal credit, is that going to make things better, the same or worse?
Actually, it makes things better for us. I think we're the only organisation that it ever has, but having that one payment per month rather than it split into every 2 weeks, all the bills that people have to pay, their rent and things like that, that's always monthly. So once somebody's got that out of the way, rather than have to save up for 2 weeks, it sort of makes it easier for us.
Do you sometimes have to get involved with politics? Do you have to sometimes tug the sleeve of the local council or MP?
Yes, we do. We do keep them well informed, and we do find that they're all supportive across the parties.
But do you have to say there's one thing about a nice photo call, but what do you really want from them?
Sometimes it's about getting the point across, like when it first came out, there were issues with it. So we did actually, meet up with our local MP and let them know, look, this is what's happening on the ground, this is the problems that we're encountering. Same with the local council, we do keep them informed of issues. There was something going to be passed a little while ago, was something that was going to be spoken about, which would have meant a huge change in Harlow, and I actually did approach all of the councillors, and they were 99% of them were responsive.
What's on your wish list?
Properties, and coming up to winter as well, it'll be support with warm clothes. So if there's anybody in the community that's having to clear out of any of their clothes, that we're really grateful for those things.
Because you do get a lot of support, even in the last week or so. You see people have given this and given that.
We have amazing support from the community. It's lovely. It doesn't only ease financial burden, but it's so good for people here to know that the community support them. That the people care. That's what really makes a difference.
And has social media helped? And often see your tweet comes up, thank you to this, thank you to that, appeal for this, appeal for that.
Definitely, and the people in Harlow and the surrounding areas are just so kind. It's a real good community.
And how about this building here? Is this okay, or would you like anything bigger? Or
We do need a bigger building. However, hopefully over the coming years we won't need a bigger building, because it'd be nice not to have a bigger building, because this is just mainly to service the needs of people who are homeless, although we do run training courses here. We provide hot meals, etc. But it would be really, really nice if we had properties to actually put people into. And I mean, we have got one coming up next year, but we're still going to need more, because the issue's not going away.
And volunteer, how many volunteers, like look, just now, say on a Monday lunchtime, a lot of people buzzing around, I recognise one of the volunteers, because that's Harlow for you, isn't it? How many do you have?
All in all, on any one day, we'll have anything in from 5 to sometimes up to sort of 10 volunteers in. But all in all, we have, I think it's 26 volunteers now on our books.
And what are you like with your clients? So sometimes do you have to show tough love, or do you sometimes worry that you might be seen as a walkover?
No, we're like a family here. So sometimes they do need a hug, and other times they do need to be told you're doing wrong, you know.
Do you love your job?
I love my job. I love everybody here. They're just absolutely fantastic, and I love being part of someone's journey and putting things right. It's such a blessing to be able to do that.